Look ahead is a process in which you plan the next step of your solve while simultaneously finishing the step you have already planned. Look ahead becomes really crucial as you go further in speed cubing. In this video, I am going to give you 5 tips to improve your look ahead, assuming you practice a lot because all it comes down to is experience. Before getting started with the tips, here are a few misconceptions about look ahead. Number 1. Look ahead is not the single most crucial step. Look ahead is pretty important, but without good efficiency and turning speed, it won't take you much far in speed cubing. Number 2. Look ahead equals to TPS. Many people think that TPS is turning speed, but no, they are different. TPS or turns per second is the number of moves you do in 1 second. If you have good look ahead, then you wouldn't pause and do more moves in a second. Whereas turning speed is just the force you apply to do one turn, so it need not be equal to TPS. Now let's begin with 5 tips to improve your look ahead. Number 1. Have a comfortable turning style and grip. I've seen many people, including myself, who have tried to imitate the turning styles of faster cubers. But no, it's not going to work. Each individual's hand is built uniquely and has its own characteristic structure. There is no universal turning style, and you can turn however you want, provided you use the right finger tricks. Imitating turning styles is a distraction. Instead of imitating, you have to improve on turning accuracy and look ahead and efficiency. If you can take higher risks as you are not dependent over it. Number 2. Don't practice slow turning. Just don't. I've heard many times that slow solving improves look ahead. And yes, it does. I can pretty much turn without pausing, but everyone wants to turn fast. One reason is that slow turning is boring, and the other reason is that fast turning with good look ahead is better than slow turning with good look ahead, as fast turning is faster. The problem comes up in transitioning from slow to fast, so it is better to start fast. Number 3. Practice with a worse cube. Did you ever think that a trash cube could be this useful? Me neither. But after experimenting, I found that using a cube which is the worst in comparison to other cubes improves look ahead, at least compared to slow turning. A typical bad cube has worse corner cutting, resistant feeling, and usually locks up and corner twists. These factors incline you to turn accurately. As you get used to the turning of a bad cube and start practicing with a good cube, you get an advantage over turning without pauses due to obvious reasons. Number 4. Record yourself solving the Rubik's Cube. You may think, what can recording do to my look ahead? To be truthful, it does nothing. When I record my solves, I get really bad times. You can check those videos in my channel. Shameful advertisement aside, while watching those videos, I get frustrated that my averages are 3 to 4 seconds slower, and while looking at my turning, it sucks. This sense of regret makes us practice more, and as I said in the start, experience improves look ahead. So, more practice is equal to more experience. Number 5. Learn to predict last layer cases. Out of all these points, this might be the most important. Whether you use CFOP, RU or ZZ, the last layer cases are similar. So practice predicting the last layer cases. I myself am still practicing this, so I can't give any pro tips. Soon I will be uploading a video covering these concepts. But one thing I can say for sure is lastly recognition is important. This comes up with experience, but you need to give special practice for it. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you guys in the next one.